As a happily married man in a very healthy relationship, I can honestly say that one of the reasons why I'm able to have accomplished that is because I've had a string of relationships that were just incredibly wrong.
I like Teresa. She's definitely the hottest girl in the house.
We had to go through the car crash that was our relationships in order to know what is right for me, which is now my wife, who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Knight and Jemmye were one of those car crashes. Their relationship was very romantic and passionate and fun to watch, but albeit messy at a lot of times.
Knight and Jemmye, honestly, they had this crazy, weird love for each other that was just so undeniable. You could see it.
Blow it up.
Knight and I met on Real World, and we dated.
Are you gonna actually stay in my bed tonight? We will have great sex. Let's go do this.
Wow.
That is what you're gonna be saying when you leave my bed.
I just say, oh.
Wow. Like that.
I have a tattoo on my vajayjay. You wanna see?
Oh my goodness. But when I sleep with girls, I don't like bras.
Knight and I's relationship on Real World was so up and down and like toxic. And we broke up, and then we get the call to do the challenge.
You guys have been through a lot together. Relationships, friends, fights.
So as excited as I am, all I can think about is like, I'm about to do a challenge with my ex-boyfriend. I was not prepared for the drama that was coming. I'm pretty sure Knight told me he was doing the challenge. Even though we weren't together and we weren't on the best of the terms, he called me and was like, yeah, I'll see you on the challenge. Can't wait to get you back. And I'm like, that's never happening.
Who's your least favorite person in the house?
You right now, because you keep turning me down.
This is what happens when you, like, cheat on...
I didn't cheat. It was an accidental mistake. I was thinking with the wrong head on accident.
After our season of The Real World, me and Jemmye were living together.
Knight cheated on me with his ex-girlfriend.
It was stupid, you know, do I regret it? Absolutely.
As soon as I found out, we broke up, and I donated all his clothes.
Victory sex tonight.
I never realized how much I loved her until I lost her.
Where are you going? She's in love.
They loved each other, but what they loved more than loving one another is pushing each other's buttons.
I'm gonna drown you in the
Drown me, I'll drown you.
Jemmye, if I remember this correctly, has a deep fear of ketchup.
Yeah.
Hey, Jemmye, how do you like ketchup? Ketchup.
Jemmye has a very odd fear of ketchup.
She hates ketchup.
Look on me.
You put ketchup on me.
You're nutty, dude.
You know that.
No one's doing it.
I wonder why.
Ketchup is legitimately my biggest fear.
Walk away.
No, he knows how I feel about ketchup. No, I don't like ketchup. He's a bitch-ass fool. He knows how I feel about ketchup. No, that's my phobia.
What is it about ketchup?
Wrestling.
Once you've got something that weird about you, you become a goat. The fact that that's not a bigger thing explored on the show, the fact that there's not constantly ketchup packets around this woman, feels like a miss as a producer.
Why couldn't you do, like, mustard, bro?
We didn't have mustard.
I don't think about the lows, I just think about the highs. I think of them laughing, I think of them having a good time, and Knight was such a sweetheart, such an incredible addition to our family, and such a tremendous loss.
Knight and I's relationship on Real World was drama. I was the furthest thing from his type, he was the furthest thing from my type, but like energy and like soul connections don't really have a type, and we were just like weirdly connected via our energy. And no offense to people that met on challenges, but when you meet someone and date on Real World, it's so much more real and authentic because you're living together, you're not playing a game, it's your real life. So like his death, the way he died so unexpectedly, it was very hard for me to get over that.
I definitely think that if Knight were still around today, him and Jemmye would still very much be a thing. Their love was definitely going to last for a long time.
People will come up to me to this day and be like, oh my God, you and Knight were soulmates and y'all were supposed to be together and this and that. And it doesn't upset me. Like, telling his stories are important to me. Hearing his stories are important to me. So I just always want people like to continuously talk about him and tell his stories. That's like the most important part to me, is that like people are saying his name and remembering who he was.
On X's 2, he was already voted in to go into the elimination round the next day. And so I concocted this prank, and what we did was we wrote a series of poems or limericks that were essentially clues to different areas of the house.
You did so great in the skit. Go check out your toilet.
And it's starting to dawn on him that the entire house had just spent what was obviously hours of time in an effort to make him feel special.
That's part 2. Thanks, Bananas. Let's read this. Come on, Bananas. Tomorrow you might be gone, so go play your last game of
He loved that more than probably any other moment that he had on the challenge.
What does that one say? Take 10 strides to find your surprise. Oh, God, this is what a...
It was one of the most beautiful moments that I have a memory of my entire experiences doing the challenge. And I remember hugging him. It felt like the last time I was gonna see him. If there was ever a way to end a relationship before someone dies, that was a really good way.
That was the best I ever got it.
Knight's TV legacy, the way that it ends with the entire house basically playing a prank on him on X's 2, and then him and I getting eliminated the next day, like the fact that that's the way that it all ended, he would be happy with the ending.
He left his mark in my life and in the challenge family's life, and so, you know, rest in peace.
Despite all the bad that went down with Knight, the good always outweighs it. The one thing I like and most thankful for is the lessons I got from our relationship. And I know because of him, I'm always gonna be in happy, healthy relationships. And that's just like the biggest gift he could give me.
Bye, guys. See you guys. Good luck.
I'm Ryan Knight, the man, the myth, legend. Often imitated, never duplicated.